Boy, Captain, life with you is almost enough to get me missing the good old days. For Ord Mantell, where separatists were bad and guns were good, and we could just run in shooting.
I could be persuaded into a little drunken gunplay.
I'm not drunk, just tipsy. I can still bullseye an Imperial soldier at 1,000 paces. Why don't we have more fun on this ship? Back home, when we needed a laugh, we used to run the Rontos in circles, then see if they could charge us without falling over.
Got any suggestions that don't involve farm animals?
I've got a few, but they might take a while to explain. Care to let me show you? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
I've got a few ideas of my own I could show you.
It's not right, me propositioning you like some Huts dancer. You deserve better. You deserve a man you can let your guard down with, someone who'll take care of you for a change.
The day I need someone to take care of me, I'm selling the ship and taking up knitting.
You're the strongest woman I ever met. The strongest person, period. I'd fight for you, or with you, or at any command you give. I just think you deserve more. I never like asking for favors, Captain, but I think maybe we know each other well enough by now. I want to look for my cousin Rona. She's all the family I got left, and I think she should know what happened.
Never worry about favors, Corso. You're part of my crew.
That's a generous offer, Captain. I'll keep that in mind. Rona came with me when I left for the brigade, but she jumped ship at the first port. All she ever wanted was to get off Ord Mantell. I thought maybe we could track her down. You'd like her. She's really the reason I'm here.
You two will be back together before you can say your verbal Thurs vibroblade.
A verbal... So not that soon, then. Rona was kind of our family rebel. We used to have a blast together. She liked me to run interference, so her father never caught her on dates with off-worlders.
I thought you were all about protecting the poor women folk.
Well, yeah. My uncle would have given her a walloping if he'd known the kind of men she was with. I remember one time, Uncle came looking for Rona while she was on the shuttle pod with some Agamarian pirate. I was about 12. I didn't know how else to distract Uncle, so I started to fight. Got the whole ship confiscated. I never did find out how Rona got out of city jail. Work, work, work. There's better ways for a beautiful woman to spend her time. Why don't you let me take you off this ship and show you some fun?
This doesn't sound like you.
No, it doesn't. And I'm glad, you know? I sat up all night, thinking, how do I say this? What is she like? Thought I'd try to be suave, like those guys who hit you up everywhere we land. But you get that every day. You deserve better. Someone who'll treat you like a lady.
I'm no lady.
Being a lady doesn't mean you can't have engine grease on your elbows or a blaster at your hip. It means you deserve respect. It means you make the decision of who to put up with and how to be treated. No matter what you say, you'll always be that for me.
What about you, me, and the Wookiee? 0G.
Alright, maybe not that. I've got something to show you. But you have to close your eyes.
Can I open them yet?
Now. This here's a SWTOR 18 bolt pistol. Antique. Custom-made DeLorean alloy exterior. I've been fixing her up for years. She's polished till she shines on the outside and has the firepower to knock you flat. I call her Sparkles. I think you'd make a good pair. I found someone who knows my cousin Rona. He's a street doctor in Corso, kind of a shady character, but that's who Rona always drifted to. I think you really can get us to her, but...
If it gets you to your cousin, I'm in. Just tell me what I'm signing on for.
Thank you, Captain. After some of the stuff we've done. I'm just saying it'd have to be one ugly mission to be worth turning down a chance to see my cousin. Let's just go to Corso and hear this guy out.
Captain and Corso Riggs. It's good to meet such generous souls in a place like this. I'm Dr. Hope. I like to think of myself as a messenger of mercy, caring for the poor, forsaken citizens of the underlevels.
We don't need the pitch, just tell us what you know about Rona.
I'd be happy to, but as a doctor, I must put the needs of my patients first.
Is that your real name?
The citizens of Lower Coruscant call me that for the ray of hope I bring to their cramped and miserable lives.
I'm sure.
Right, so I've got some life-saving medications that need delivering. Unfortunately, Coruscant security only cares about the rich. They don't let anyone distribute medications in the underlevels at all.
Tell me what I can do.
Well, I don't want to get you or me into trouble with the law. The only way to get my meds down without getting stopped is to carry them inside a living body.
What?
They'll be safely stored in surgical plastic and implanted under the skin. My nurse can remove them on the other end.
Captain I used to serve with, he once swallowed a whole shipment of grenades to keep them under wraps. This isn't half bad.
I wish I had 100 just like you, Captain.
This was always Rona's kind of thing, breaking the law to do good under the nose of a corrupt authority. It's worth it if I get to see her.
I'll just need you to come with me a moment, Master Riggs. Perfect. These vials should stay sealed for at least 12 hours, no problem. I'll tell my nurse to expect you.
When we get back, Rona better be waiting.
You bring goods? Doctors say 2 people. Look out. Now time. Cut out spice.
Did she say spice?
This slime is going down.
You used us! If you weren't a lady, you'd... I gotta go have a word with your boss.
I not speak basic. You say take spice away? Good spice. I give good money. Big, how you say, cut?
We're not asking for a bigger cut, you idiot.
No one's gonna profit off this.
No! It's good money! Good money! Doctor, no be happy with this.
Good. We're not too happy with him. Come on, Captain.
Did the delivery go well?
Yeah, we did your dirty work, you fraud. Now where's my cousin?
You keep us waiting. I've got a few things to implant in you.
Whoa, back off there, soldier. You're looking for Rona Riggs, right? Well, she's the one who thought you two would be right for the job. Don't shoot the messenger.
Just like the old days, eh, cuz? Of course, I'm a little more big time now than Ma and Pa ever would have allowed.
What were you thinking, sending us to smuggle spice?
How could I resist? I remember how much my baby cousin loved all our little pranks.
Rona, what happened to you? What are you doing here?
I'm the underboss for the Black Suns on this part of Coruscant. Not bad, considering 5 years ago I was shoveling Ronto dung.
The Black Suns. You're a gang member?
Gang leader. You think I should write home? Make Ma and Pa proud?
The Black Suns are gonna chew you up and spit you out.
You know nothing about me. The Vigo called me a rising star.
We obviously came just in time. Come on, Rona. We're getting you out of here.
Poor chivalrous little Corso. Don't you get it? I don't need to be rescued. I chose this life.
There's only 2 ways out of that life, sweetheart. With us, or in a body bag.
This isn't what you wanted, Rona. We talked about wild adventures, not smuggling spice. You wanted to be like the captain, right? Thumb your nose at society and use your freedom to make a difference. You can still do that.
It was a nice dream. But this is where I woke up.
I'm sorry I dragged you into it. Go with your captain. Maybe you two can show me how to make a better life.
Nothing worse than coming to the realization that your parents were right. Can't stop thinking about Rona. My folks always said she'd come to no good in the big city. And there she is, a stooge for some spice smugglers.
I think you got through to her. She won't be there forever.
I wish I believed that. It's not like I didn't see it coming. Dr. Hope. I just didn't want to think that was really who Rona had fallen in with. That's what I get for trying to see the best in folks.
Come on, who's gonna be there to cheer me up if you get all mopey?
Captain, I'd do a lot worse than work for some spice dealer if it'd put a smile on your face. I don't plan to stop giving anyone the benefit of the doubt. If I trust the wrong guy, maybe I get hurt. But if I'm too scared to help someone who really needs it, who knows how many people will suffer? I don't quite know how to do this with a lady like you, Captain. Court you, I mean. On Ord Mantell, we had rules about that sort of thing. With my fiancée, I got permission from her father first, and we had a few chaperone dates between our families.
Since when do you have a fiancé?
I never saw her after my family died. My whole world blew up and I just ran. I wish I'd let her down more gently, but she wasn't even in the same galaxy as you. I know it's different here, but Captain, may I have permission to seek your hand?
I like bad boys. I'd rather see you asking for forgiveness than permission.
I hope I never do anything to you that needs forgiveness, Captain. I gotta ask you, Captain, why are you doing this? Before Dodana, you've had no ties to the Republic. There's gotta be places you could make credits without taking Imperial fire. So why do we keep heading straight into the war zones?
I thought you were the one who's all rah-rah Republic.
I guess I am. I just wasn't sure about you. When I came home from the brigade with Torchy, my old man told me something that's always stuck with me. Minute you fire a weapon, someone's getting hurt. It's your responsibility to make sure the good you do with it outweighs that harm.
Your father sounds like a good man.
He was. Before Skavik took Torchy, I made sure she only fired against Separatists. Figured everyone I took down was one less family murdered. Sergeant Boom Boom, I like to use against the Empire. Buy a Republic world another day of peace. Makes pulling the trigger that much more meaningful, you know? Captain, I just got some real good news. Somebody attempted to access Vidu's old bank accounts from Tatooine.
Why are we excited? Was he trying to buy me a gift or something?
It means somebody's still alive. Vidu's crew was like a family to me. First one after mine were killed. I didn't think any of them survived Skavik and Serena. I don't know what they'd be doing on Tatooine.
I'm guessing you see a trip to Tatooine in our future.
That'd be a real favor, Captain. The only one with access to the accounts was our slicer. Twi'lek kid. Called himself Jettison. Good guy. Makes me wonder what got him so desperate he tried to take a loan from a dead man's accounts. We should go as soon as we can.
Where'd the attempt come from? Anchorhead?
From what I can tell, the access attempt came from some village, way off the beaten path. No name or anything. Really makes me wonder what he's doing out there.
Do you have a minute? We're looking for a stranger in your village.
A Twi'lek kid called Jettison. I got a call from him, placed from here.
No strangers here. They don't like them, if you're smart. Don't be one.
What's wrong? What's going on behind that shield?
Busy. Busy time. It's feast day, you know. Taste just like Bantha.
What are you scared of? Does it have something to do with where everyone is?
Where everyone is. What everyone is. I'm a stranger here too. They kidnapped me to be their doctor. They collar me at nights. There's something wrong with this place.
What is it? Don't be afraid.
The people. They're crazy. They worship the desert, burn sacrifices to her. And I've treated them, dozens of them, for the laughing sickness. There's only one way to get that. Eating human flesh.
Set 2 more fires. These strangers will be fresh meat tonight.
You're never gonna hurt anyone again.
Kill them! Save the organs!
Corso, is that you? How did you... I didn't think I would ever... Oh, I heard they took in strangers who were new to the planet. And they locked me up and... Were they gonna eat me?
They're gone. They won't be hurting anyone again.
How did you end up here, Jed? I thought Serena got the whole crew.
I had the set cameras wired to my comm. I saw it all go down. Started running and I didn't stop until I hit Tatooine. I was trying to start over. After what Serena did, I'd been too scared to go into anyone's systems. It was kind of a game for me, working for Vidu. It never really hit home to me that we were committing crimes. That people could die.
Well, your peaceful village plan's a bust. What's next?
I don't know. I got nowhere to turn. Corso, is there anything...
Don't worry, Jed. We'll take care of you. Won't we, Captain?
Any valuables here are up for grabs. Take what you need, kid.
The Separatists are finished back on Ord, Jettison. The Captain helped wipe them clean. I'll make sure you've got enough to get a good start. Maybe find legitimate security work.
Thank you, Corso. I can't think of anyone from the old crew I'd rather have find me. There's no one more loyal than Corso, Captain. You're lucky to have him.
You think about it all? That craziness back on Tatooine? What makes a person desperate enough to start seeing his fellow men as meat?
I've got a pretty thick skin, but the idea of being lunch meat still gives me the willies.
Seeing those guys makes me wonder if our grasp on sanity is a lot less firm than we think. Anyway, I heard from Jettison. He's recovering. Took a job in Anchorhead, testing HoloNet security. Glad to know he's okay, you know? One thing to point at and say, we did some good here.
Yeah, those are people you could feel downright cheerful about killing.
When I was growing up, you know, good was good and bad was bad. Now, it's all these shades of gray, and even those aren't always true. You ever think about getting away from all this, Captain? The war, the huts, all of it? Ord's at peace now. It'd be a simpler life.
I'd miss you.
Well now, Captain, that's enough to keep me here a long, long time. I hope I've been some help to you, Captain. Because you've sure taught me a lot. I mean, I'd done my share of fighting, but you've got it down to an art.
There's no one I'd rather have at my back.
Thanks, Captain. I know you don't say that lightly. Captain, no good way to say this without sounding like bragging. Got a comm call from Ord Mantell, Governor's office. They've been keeping tabs on what we're doing, and... Captain, they're calling me a Republic hero. Ord Mantell's most storied native son.
You are a hero, Corso. I'm glad someone's acknowledging it.
It's not like they're building a statue or anything. Actually, they're asking for our help. Turns out the Separatists were backed by the Empire. They wanted to destabilize the government. When they were defeated, the Empire attacked outright. Ord drove them off, but they left behind some kind of EMP pulsar.
They want us to lead their campaign of bloody vengeance?
Close. They need the disarm codes for the pulsar. Apparently, the thing is in orbit somewhere. They haven't been able to get a lock on the signal. But it's affected every droid, comlink, and terminal on the planet. Complete economic shutdown.
How do we help?
Thank you, Captain. It'd be nice to give something back to the world that raised me. They're asking us to go to Balmorra. The Empire's got disarm codes stored there, but Ord has no troops with the gear or training to go after them.
Do we know where on Balmorra?
The codes were stored in a cave with a bunch of other Imperial weapons. Should be a quick snatch and grab, as far as should takes us.
Magar! Answer me! We've been waiting for your all clear. Are you there? Blasted Imperials?
Who's that? Why would she be calling an Imperial soldier?
If they killed you, Magar, I've already sworn to hunt down every push-ridden Emperor lover on this planet.
Hello?
You're not my husband. Why are you answering his comm?
You first. Why are you calling this man?
Oh, blast it! One of us will have to trust first. You don't sound Imperial. I'm Dan Lazine, proud Balmoran and member of the Resistance against the Empire. My husband Magar stole an Imperial uniform. He and some friends were trying to get weapons to help us retake our town.
Stole a uniform? They weren't really Imperials?
Free Balmorans, everyone. Did anyone survive?
I wish they did.
I'm really sorry, ma'am. I wish there were better words for it. Is there any way we can make it up to you?
You're gonna think I'm a cold-hearted old battle axe, but I've lost my sons, my parents. Death's no stranger here. What we really need are those guns. Magar risked his life to get them. I hate to think he died for nothing.
We owe you that much.
Ma'am, we'll bring you the guns your husband was after. Or die trying.
I hope it won't come to that. Bring me the guns, and I'll pay fair price for the lot of them. We're in hiding behind Imperial lines. Magar's comms got the coordinates. So, you're the ones who killed my Magar. You look younger in person. It can't have been easy to get these guns here. Thank you. Now what do I owe you?
Danla, darling, I just heard the terrible news. It's a tough time for a woman to be alone out here. But don't worry, I won't let anyone take advantage of that.
I'm sorry. I was talking with a lady.
I'm Witat. This is my town, and those are my guns you're returning from my men you killed.
Our debt is to the lady.
Aren't you too sweet? But this is my army, not Dan Lazine's. Whatever she's offering for those munitions, I'll double it.
Our deal is with Dan Lazine.
Thank you, miss. This is my life savings here. I'd match Whittit's offer if I could. Now, you move on out. We don't need you anymore.
What? This is my town!
You're no better than the Imperials. Go see if they'll have you. We'll take back Balmora on our own.
I knew your whole only in it for the money thing was just a front. Thank you, Captain. I couldn't live with myself if we'd left Dan Lazine with that pig.
Hardly makes up for killing her husband.
She's probably not the first widow we've ever left, Captain. You just gotta hope it all evens out, you know? Governor's office on Ord Mantell says thanks, by the way. With the disarm codes, they finally got real peace there. It's hard to say if something like that is worth a life. Look, Captain, I try not to get sentimental around you, but hear me out. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. You're my family, as much or more than the one the Separatists took. As long as I live, I'll be here to serve you, and your children after if I last so long.
I wouldn't want to try any of this without you.
You're a good friend, Captain. And seriously, keep that children thing in mind. You've got too many talents not to pass them on. Every kid needs an uncle who's good with a DX R6 heavy carbine.